You are now listening to the Shane Edmonds Show. Welcome back to the Shane Edmonds Show. It's your host, Blake, sitting beside Jayson and Josh here. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Doing pretty good, boys. Ready to get this thing going.
I've been anxious to get back in front of this mic.
I feel like we haven't done this in forever. It's like we're doing it for the first time again.
Well, you guys were on vacation for a whole week.
Dude, it was so good.
How was that?
It was great, man. Water was cold as shit the first week, like first half of the week. Second half of the week, green. You can see your feet like neck deep, warm.
It saw dolphins all week long.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they were coming so close up the shoreline. They were probably 50 yards out, if that.
Any jellies?
We saw one, I think, the first day, or the second day maybe. But other than that, we didn't really see any.
That's always my biggest complaint about Nag's Head is for some reason they get a lot of jellyfish from time to time.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it where like waves are like, they're curling over and it's just
With jellies?
it's just
What
full
the
of
fuck?
jellies.
What the fuck?
I'm like, I'm not getting into that shit.
No, I had a family, not a family friend, a customer of mine actually. He was down there at mile marker 9 for the first half of the week, and they were so bad. They had to get out of the water and stay out. And we were literally 2.5 miles, south of them,
Yeah.
and there was nothing.
And we saw literally the whole week.
Yeah. I think it's just like temperature of the water and Gulf Stream stuff,
Yeah, pushing
all that
in.
stuff and whatnot. And anyways, what else? What else popped off, man? What y'all?
Nothing good.
Any good food? Any good?
Yeah, we went out, social distancing. It was honestly kind of sad seeing how empty the restaurants were. Like they were busy, but they weren't packed because they couldn't have all the tables in there. And I mean, it just sucks because they look forward to the summer to make all that money.
And people were down there because the beaches were packed all week long.
Beaches were packed for sure.
You're saying North Kakalaki's kind of like Virginia. They're just kind of things are open, but people are
scared to go out.
standoffish.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, speaking of North Kakalaki, my buddy actually sent me this the other night. As of 2 days ago or something, they now, after 11 p.m., are halting alcohol sales at restaurants because they don't want restaurants to turn into bars at night.
At what time?
After 11.
In North Kakalaki.
Yeah.
Well, in Virginia, we got the same thing. It's after 10, though.
Yeah.
10 o'clock is the cutoff.
But so many restaurants already are closing early anyways because of COVID, and they're just not staying busy. Yeah. It's crazy. Madness.
Anything else good happen on vacation? I mean, what? I know it's probably just relaxing, getting away from work.
Drinking a lot. But it was
one of my favorites.
Damn ladies hit it hard the first day.
Oh,
it was
God.
all of them.
The ladies?
Yeah,
Ladies hit it hard.
I heard Mimi was hitting that juice pretty good.
Mother-in-law all the way to the daughters.
She was feeling good.
I wish I was there. I heard some real good conversation was happening, and she was drinking that stuff. And
Yeah, she made some good laughs. It was a good time.
I saw a couple snaps.
Yeah.
On Mimi hitting that stuff and talking and everything. And
What do you think about my exposure snap? Out of the shadows over here.
Man, I'm just gonna say I'm really jealous of y'all's vacation, man. After this week, I've had a rough week, guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm ready for vacation.
You get one coming up, and Josh is going on the second one coming up.
These
That's
next
right, baby.
4 weeks are gonna be.
It's always the slowest weeks of your life leading up to a vacation.
Well, especially when you're ready for vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Damn wife, she's going on a girls' weekend coming up in a couple weeks, and I'm like, man, must be nice. What the hell? My guys' weekend got canceled due to the Rona.
What about guys' night out?
I know. We were in the middle of planning a guys' night out when old Rona shut everything down.
Man.
And we still haven't gotten to get out and have at it.
I think
this right here is guys' night.
This is definitely.
This is it.
They
This
would
is all
say
we
that
get.
too. They would definitely agree there. This is guys' night,
Not fair.
and it's like weekly, which is even better.
Oh man, let's switch some gears here, man.
Let's
So
do
last
it.
episode we talked, Josh, and I think Blake might have been in on that. We talked about this New York guy that got murdered and then dismembered, and it was a whole fiasco.
Yes. We have a huge update on this, and obviously we're a few weeks late because of the vacation. We didn't record that whole week. So, but basically, so it was this CEO of some tech company. He was Indian. They found him murdered and dismembered in his apartment, basically. Mm-hmm. Didn't know who did it, what happened, anything like that. No
blood. It was partially cleaned up. Yeah, exactly. Half in a trash bag, half not, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Really weird situation.
So they come to find out it was actually his assistant who did it.
Say what?
Yes, his own assistant murdered him and dismembered him, and this was all because he got caught embezzling money from the company, and
the assistant was embezzling.
Yes, the assistant was embezzling and got caught, and he tried to confront him about it. So, basically, from what I've read, what?
He got that ass.
Oh yeah, he got lit up. So we talked about it. Like you saw him get attacked as they were getting off the elevator. So what came out is that he had a taser with him. He shot him in the back with the taser. Immobilized him, and then stabbed him several times and killed him.
Oh shit!
Then I guess drags him into the apartment. Whatever happens, the next day they have he ordered a Uber or Lyft or whatever. Ordered a car is all the article said. Went to Home Depot, bought cleaning supplies and a saw, and then later that day went back to the apartment, and that's when he dismembered him, bagged him up, cleaned everything up, and he was in the process of cleaning up when we said the cousin is the one who found him. Mm-hmm. That she buzzed up to the apartment before she went up because that New York bullshit where you can buzz up to him. Yeah.
Ring ring.
So she buzzed up, and that's what spooked him off. He left out of a back door as she's coming upstairs, and she finds the body, and the rest is history. It's a fucking crazy story, dude. It blows my mind.
All right, so, Netflix is obviously huge. They're blowing things up, so Unsolved Mysteries.
These aren't so good to watch.
These aren't reruns. These are new episodes that Netflix is putting out in collaboration with the former producers of Unsolved Mysteries and Stranger Things. And I'm just sitting here thinking, man, and I'm thinking about, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's not one thing. I was about to say it's one thing to kill somebody, but then to turn around and dismember them as well.
And from what I read, he tried to make it look like somebody hired a professional to do it. It wasn't. He tried to throw the police off of his trail, basically. That's why he started dismembering them and cleaning up the evidence.
I mean, the video footage doesn't lie, and obviously he was busted through that.
Yep.
Elevator footage, I'm sure there was a camera in the elevator, because obviously they...
But that mask.
Got him tased, whatever, all that, whatever. Great follow-up to the story.
Jeez.
What do we got next, guys?
Well, tell us about your old Family Dollar story, Jason.
All right, so...
let's flow into it.
Let's dive into this.
Come on. Back to COVID.
So, this is, while you guys were on vacation,
living life.
Everybody is coming out nationally. Big box stores, Walmarts, Targets, Lowe's, Home Depots, you name it, Kohl's, I don't know, everybody. They're coming out with a national mask mandate. You're not allowed in the store.
Without a mask on.
Okay. Whatever. Fine, right? Well, the old Family Dollar Tree brand has joined in on that. And then not long after that, a few days later, they retract that statement and go into a, we're going to follow the jurisdictional rule.
Leave it up to the localities, whether it be the state or the county or whatever that particular state is doing. They'll follow that.
And that's something, guys, I can really get behind that.
I get down with that.
We're local in Virginia. We're in Hanover County. We're already seriously, we're less than 0.5% of our population is tested positive. Why should we, as Hanover. I mean, breaking it down, Metro Richmond areas, why should we have to follow the same rules as Richmond City, who's up just over 1%, I believe 1.1. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's why.
And Hampton Roads, when they're already in a whole different phase than the rest of the state right now.
They reverted back to phase 2.
They got rolled back to phase 2. I'm strong, hard. You know, like if I go into the city of Richmond, I will wear a mask because obviously there's a lot of people, you know, in a small area. You know, there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
And take this back. I don't want to keep reverting back to our vacation, but it made me feel more comfortable on vacation having a mask on because you don't know where all these other people are coming from.
Yeah.
You're around people from all over the country that you don't know who they've come in contact with. So us having a mask, it just made me feel better at that point. Around town, I don't care. I really don't. But it was just one of those things where being away from home, being in a place where hundreds of thousands of other people are coming together from all over the country, it's just different. It's a different atmosphere.
No, I can agree with that. And I want to clarify for some of the listeners, you know, I think while we come off as anti-maskers, we're not. We're not anti-maskers. We are pro-jurisdictional, you know, health jurisdiction kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not fucking sheep.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, all right, so, I mean, let's take some of them guys out there in, like, Stafford area. You know, they shouldn't have to follow the rules that even Hanover County has to follow. I mean, they're spread out.
Or, like, you go even way out west, like Wise, Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
they don't need masks.
Some Southern Virginia areas, you know, like Emporia or something. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're really stretched out out there.
No, it's really different down south.
And that, I just don't think they should be treated the same as a Richmonder, as a Tidewater area. You know, I think it's something to be said about that.
I get down with it.
You know, and I think at the end of the day, that's why Trump has never enforced a national mandate, because you can't. Not only can you treat Virginia the same as Kentucky or Tennessee or California, like, what if we were treated like Californians and literally locked in our homes? How is that?
Not fair at all. Well, speaking of the mask shit, let's go to the fucking ringleader of masks, old Fauci. You know, he's the one that said wear a mask to be eradicated. Well, now I got two things on his mask. Now he says we need to wear goggles. What? First off, I'm not in a swimming pool.
Hold on.
What are goggles going to do?
Is it coming through? I thought it was a...
Do I need to get a plug, too? I mean, shit can enter through all these orifices. When are we going to stop? Do we need to wear earplugs 24/7?
All right, so...
I don't understand.
No, I agree. And like I said, we're not anti-maskers. So let's just say, and for instance, I know I snapped y'all earlier today. I was in Lowe's, and I had my little face shield on. My little gator, whatever you want to call it, okay? I didn't have an N95 mask. I didn't even have a little surgical-looking paper mask. I had my little gator face mask thing pulled up over my nose and my mouth, okay? We all know that that's not protecting from a whole lot.
Right.
Okay, I can feel my facial hair poking through it.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, I mean, so, but science has said that even wearing something like that can take a cough or a sneeze from a 6-foot spread down to a 1-foot spread. That's science. That's fact.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. So if everybody has something on, I don't care if it's an old T-shirt wrapped around your face. Okay, if everybody does have something on, and everybody is still practicing that 6-foot distance, why do you need goggles on? If you both have on even a paper mask, a piece of T-shirt, I don't care what it is, and you're 6 foot apart, what's the point of the goggles?
Am I discharging shit out of my eyes or something that I don't know about with this virus?
Man, it just gets deeper and deeper. And that's rough.
Are the conservatives just trying to see how? I mean, not the conservatives. The liberals just trying to see how far they can push the limits here.
I mean, I don't.
It's almost to the point where it's comical, and that's what it feels like. They're just testing the limits to see how much they can get away with.
And honestly, I'm not even going to go with just liberals. I'm just going to go with the government and media, they are trying to see how much these people are going to go to see how much control they have over us, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are slowly being controlled like Muppets.
Yeah.
But back to Fauci. He's 80 freaking years old.
You talk about, man, this guy's throwing some serious curveballs. All pun intended.
Yes.
Did you see the pitch?
The first pitch? Dude, 80 or not, you can't throw it right.
Did you hear his excuse for why it was so bad as well? He said he spent the whole day before warming up, and he had overworked his arm, and I'm like, what?
I watched that video several times, just like everybody else across America. That arm came out and was going straight, and then last second took off the curve.
He had a twitch. That's because he didn't have his goggles on.
Like first plate, you know what I mean? Like that wasn't even like a curve ball from hell. And then not only that, he throws a horrible pitch. Then he's sitting in the stands
next to two people, in between two people.
Okay, one of them is his wife. That's okay, right? The
Yeah.
lady's his wife. That's fine.
But I mean, if you want to preach social distancing and mask wearing and all that, shouldn't you be? You can put at least one seat between you, like. You know the camera's going to be at you at some point. But this is a nationally televised baseball game on opening night. Like you know that you're in the spotlight.
And they're the defending World Series fucking champions, baby. Let's go Nats.
That's right, baby.
So who's the other guy, though? We know one of them's the wife. Who is the other guy?
Does anybody really care though?
I'm asking because I've seen pictures where the dude was sitting one row back behind Fauci. And then I've seen pictures where he was sitting right beside Fauci.
You know who he is?
Who's the other guy?
Probably someone involved in Pizzagate.
Lordy me.
Let's table that for another episode.
Yeah, really.
We got to build up.
But seriously, I mean, like you say, the guy's preaching mask, social distancing.
Goggles.
Who's goggles now? Who's this other guy? And why is he sitting behind him? And then
Could
all
be
of a
his son.
sudden,
Could be another
about
family
the same
member.
age,
Could
in
be
my opinion.
an assistant. Who the hell knows?
Ain't no telling.
He's about to get tased and then murdered.
It's very one. You know, they name streets after guys like that. You know, one way he can tell you one thing and do another. That's
Yeah. So now with MLB, your half of Miami tested positive. They gone.
That's like 18 between players and coaching staff. 18 people have tested positive.
Who let us do this?
Who let us do this? They canceled all the Marlins games for the weekend, so the Nats will now have off for the weekend because they were scheduled to play the Marlins.
And two Phillies players now.
Two Phillies players. The Milwaukee Brewers had people test positive today
And they were supposed to play the Cardinals.
Yep.
St. Louis.
Let me cut y'all off real quick.
Hit it.
Let it be known I'm not a huge sports guy anymore. So this is you're telling our listeners, you're telling me at the same time. I knew about Miami, and several. I mean, 9, 10 players. I think it was
15 overall. I think 15 or 18.
I know it was a lot.
The first day it was like 7 or 8, and then it jumped up the days after.
Them false positives kept climbing.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess I'm looking into it deeper. Why did they get tested? Was somebody not feeling well?
No, they get as part of the league protocol. They get tested every day.
Yeah, so that's where I'm going into. So none of these players felt bad.
I would imagine not.
They're just getting tested for COVID, just like they're getting tested in the MLB for steroids now, right?
Well, probably more strenuous than that, but yeah.
But I'm just saying it's a regular routine testing. Probably none of these players are feeling bad. They were just playing the night before. Am I wrong?
Yeah, they were playing in Philadelphia
the night before, right?
Yeah,
just fine. All on the field, were they not?
Yeah.
Nobody called out sick.
That's my whole thing. Is just
so where
it's hard. It's hard.
Nobody felt sick. I mean, I'm pushing into veering off the direction y'all are in, but it goes back and this is really making me think. You've got the CDC who's come out and said the tests are only 50% accurate right now.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these players are false positives? How many of these players are physically positive but asymptomatic? And we know that the CDC, the WHO all say that asymptomatic spread is very rare, but we're on the verge of canceling baseball
Yeah,
because of this.
Manfred, the commissioner, has now threatened to shut baseball down.
Yeah.
After they were arguing back and forth with the players to get a season and to agree on terms.
Yeah. And I mean, all the while, Dr. Fauci was in the stands, but there were no fans in the stands, correct?
Right.
Well, he's by the
They
law.
got these I haven't seen it, but I've seen on Facebook. And they have these cardboard cutouts in the stands. Is that what it was?
Have you seen some stadiums have actual babies behind home plate, like infants?
Yeah, because you basically, some places are doing, you pay to get your cardboard cutout put behind home plate. Now, some of them are just doing it for the season ticket holders, I believe.
Can we get Shane Edmonds shows and some box seats at the Nats game? Can we get some cardboard cutouts?
Nationals hasn't done anything about it.
They're not doing box seats and stuff. They're just doing the ones directly behind home plate.
All right, that's fine. Let's get Shane Edmonds
Let's
show
do it.
behind home plate at the Nats. I'm down for that.
I'm down.
I support local sports. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I can get down behind that.
I'm so down.
That'd be awesome. Let's look into that.
They haven't done it at all,
got
though.
an inside scoop.
They've left theirs blank this whole time.
Who?
The Nats.
Nationals.
They haven't used cardboard cutouts.
Well, that's whack.
DC, that's why. But more on baseball. So, Jayson, are you aware of the whole Houston scandal from them cheating and they won 2 World Series technically? Was it 2? No. I don't freaking know.
Just 17, I think. It was just
2017.
No, this is news to me. You're telling me right now.
Okay, so I'll inform you on it. They cheated, stealing signs.
They were stealing signs from the catcher
at home field.
Yeah.
So Houston was
stealing
the catcher's signs on pitches.
So they would know which pitch is coming at them.
I guess all right. So how is that cheating?
Because you're using you're not allowed to use technology to figure out signs in the MLB. It's
all right. So this is just the MLB rule. Where I'm going with this is you take an NFL or you take high school football.
So you don't
local football. You're watching video footage all the time of your competitors, etc. You're studying what the offense is doing. I'm sorry. I know you want to speak, but let me go, please.
God damn!
I'm just saying. So you study in football, and this is true. You study in tapes. I mean, this is
film.
Film.
We're using proper terms here.
Film. Okay, you're studying film. Tom Brady sits there in front of the TV all day and studies film. I don't care what. Put all the bullshit, Deflategate bullshit aside. The man watches film. He learns what his opponents are doing, what their defense is doing. He learns how to read that defense. And he's the most audible quarterback in the league and can change his offensive line by reading.
Still not as good as Peyton Manning.
But and that's fine. But my point, understand my point. So in the MLB, to sit there for a I guess now you can inform me. How would the hitter know?
They were using a trash can, beating on a trash can to relay a message to the hitter what pitch is coming at him. So it was like
who was watching the catcher? Who was
they had a camera?
The camera
they had
was.
a camera
Where
in
was
center field.
It was going to the clubhouse.
Where's the camera?
In center field somewhere.
How do you get a?
It was at their home stadium.
Oh, so this is at their home stadium.
Yeah, it was all done at
during
home. The World Series.
The World Series, which is similar to hockey. There's like a shootout there at the end between two teams. Am I right? Am I wrong? I know I sound like an idiot, right?
You go World Series. You go what 2-3-2 in a series. So if you're the winningest team, you play 2 games at home, then you go 3 games on the road, and then play 2 games at home. So
similar to hockey, right?
In a way,
yeah.
Well, I mean, like at the end, there's 2 teams.
Yeah.
Play multiple games.
Yeah.
And the better team of the 2 has the home field advantage.
Yeah.
So yes, they were stealing signs.
Unlike the NFL, where it's a true bracket system, and then the last 2 teams battle it out. They're not. The last 2 teams aren't battling it out in the NFL for 4 games.
Correct.
They're a one game and done. Yeah, it's a series.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm comparing MLB to kind of NHL, where the last 2 teams standing have to play multiple games.
Yes, correct.
And you're saying that somebody at the Houston
Yes.
Houston.
has a camera set up, let's say in the wall,
Yeah.
Sure.
facing the catcher, and then you got their damn mascot or whoever beating on a steel trash can,
Yeah.
and they've got some kind of system,
Yeah.
2 knocks for a curveball, 3 knocks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Setting
Yep.
up inside, all that stuff.
Interesting. Now now that we're clarified that, I can see that if it's happening live.
Right.
Interesting.
And
so
so
when
this
did this happen? What's the
2017 was when they won the World Series, their first one.
It just came out after last year's playoffs, though.
Yeah, after the Nationals won the World
And
Series.
They haven't stripped them of those
No,
World Series
this is
yet?
the best part.
They did not. Not a single player from those teams was suspended.
Just the GM, assistant GM, I think, and the manager itself were
Yep.
fired.
Yep.
So here we go. This is where it gets good. Tuesday night? Yeah, it was Tuesday night.
Yeah.
The Dodgers, who Houston beat in that World Series, were playing in Houston. This pitcher named Joe Kelly, who was not even on the Dodgers team in 2017,
When they lost to the Astros, to
is
Houston.
throwing some wild-ass pitches. He threw one behind the guy's head, struck a guy out, and when he struck Carlos Correa out, one of the
cheaters.
top Houston players, he stuck his tongue out at him and said, what did he say? You swing like a bitch.
No
And-
competitive action there.
Yeah, so and then
And then gave him a little pouty face.
gave him the pouty face, stuck his tongue out, and then said, you can't hit without cheating, basically. Bench is clear and everything. Oh, I love a good baseball brawl.
No punches were thrown, which is a disappointing part on my end. I would like to see some fights, but I mean, it was just they kind of got in each other's faces for a minute, and then it was over.
That was over.
Bench is clear. The best part is when you have the people coming in from the fucking pen. All the way in the damn outfield. They're running in. And, I mean, hats are getting thrown everywhere. That's the best part about it. But so, that pitcher, Joe Kelly, gets suspended 8 games. First off,
That's
season.
The pitcher.
The pitcher.
Stuck his tongue out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who hasn't done anything
Yes.
other than do a little friendly gaming trash talk, which happens in every sport.
And throw at 2 different batters. He threw directly at 2 batters' heads.
But it gets better.
It happens, though, right?
No, that's why it gets better. So, first off, he suspended 8 games on a 60-game season. They said it's like 30% of the season. So, he's going to appeal it. But he does an interview post-game, and they asked him about throwing. He goes, well, all I can say is my accuracy isn't the best. What a fucking savage.
That's awesome.
No fucks given.
So, and Houston manager, he gets fined. Still, no Houston player suspended. Not for anything grand. They didn't really do anything wrong, just playing. But still, they cheated in a World Series. Still no suspensions whatsoever.
But yeah, the guy sticking his tongue out, doing a little trash talk, and gets suspended for 8 games.
8 games. And with the MLB starting up, there was so much talk and speculation with how long until Houston starts getting thrown at. And, people start taking pitches.
Yeah, because everybody in the league is pissed off about this. Everybody.
And especially the Dodgers, considering they lost.
Absolutely. Like you said, this pitcher was not playing for the Dodgers in 2017 when they lost to the Astros. And he's still so pissed off about it that he's throwing at guys' heads. Not just throwing at them. These were, like, at their head.
3-star players.
It's crazy. It cracks me up.
I got one question.
Come on.
Are the people upset about the Angels?
What about the Angels?
What Angels?
They're using Angels in the outfield, man. They're
Oh,
using
my
Angels to win. What's happening with that?
Jesus.
What is that, 1992?
What was it, Dan Glover? Is that who that was? That was a good movie. I don't care who you are. Angels in the outfield. It was a freaking awesome movie. I watched that thing on repeat.
Who let us on here?
Who let us on here,
Jesus
man?
Christ.
I'm going to tell you what. I think it's been a great episode.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, we're still battling some stupid-ass issues.
Still battling technical difficulties. Guys, I really want to say thank you. I really do. I want to say thank you to everybody who listens to us. We really appreciate it. We do this for y'all. We do this
for
bring y'all
ourselves.
some we do want to bring some comedy into this.
Yeah,
we're trying to bring more comedy into this.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, if anything, you will laugh listening to us. You'll laugh. Like,
you'll laugh.
You might not agree with us, which is fine. These views and our opinions are strictly of ours, not our wives or anybody else.
Not our employers, not our friends.
But we're just here having fun, giving you news and giving you our opinions and exposing shit that we feel needs to be talked about.
That's right.
And all we want you to do is just share it to your friends, because I'm sure they'll laugh.
Share it.
That and rate us on wherever you listen to your podcast. Go ahead and give us a 5-star rating if you like what we're putting out.
Please rate us.
Please. And can we please get some freaking feedback?
Yeah.
You know who we are if you're listening to us.
If you like us on Facebook,
follow us on Instagram.
Answer the post. Reply to us. Hell, go old school and write us an email at
ShaneEvansShow@gmail.com. I mean, text us, DM us. We're on Instagram. Even if you don't.
Send some goddamn smoke signals if you have to.
I mean, come on. We want something. Look, I'll go ahead and just give you
telegram. I'll take a telegram at this point.
I'll give you some updates, man. Listen to this crap. This is phenomenal.
Just don't use Morse code. I don't think any of us know Morse code.
I know how to do SOS. So if you use SOS, we will send help. We will send help.
Look, we have a total of 276 listens as of right now, which this week we've had like 150 alone, which is phenomenal.
And I'm going to tell you what, that really brings joy to us. We're excited over that. I don't know how. We are really excited over that, man. And not even it's just listens. Blake, how many countries? I believe we have gone out of the United States with this.
We are international people.
Hell yeah.
Including the United States of America, we're in 7 other countries.
7 other countries. 2 dudes. 3 dudes.
What am I?
3 dudes. Bullshitting around in front of some mics.
In a hot-ass garage.
Man, and I want to give a shout-out to Blake. Blake is, at the end of the day, I'm fairly confident we can call Blake our producer.
Absolutely.
Blake is piecing our shitty-ass equipment together, making it sound halfway respectable for our listeners. He's doing a lot of our social media interaction. Some of it comes from me. Josh is slacking. I'm going to call him out right now.
I do.
But
I don't get on my own social media. So.
And that's fine. That's fine. He brings it to the table, and that's really what's important.
I'll go ahead and hit you with this, too. We're in half of the United States of America. 25 states.
Boom!
More than half of that 25 is more than one listen. Most of them. Virginia, of course, is the most. We have a ton in New York, a ton in Texas, Washington State, a ton in California. I don't know why they agree with anything we're talking about, but hey.
Yeah, seriously, but I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for all of it.
Absolutely. We just want to grow this thing with you people. We want to be able to keep coming back and doing this.
We want to bring people on here to just talk about their life and stuff they want to talk about. Even if you don't agree with the stuff we say, we'll talk with you. We want to bring people on. We want to get more out to other people.
We want some intellectual conversation, some facts, all that. Please reach out to us. Other than that, it's been great. I love you all. Deuces.
Peace out. And just remember, who the fuck let us on here?
Who the hell let us